You are.
So for me to move forward with what I'm doing, my improv needs currently, front and center, are looking at the time frame realistically of the time I'm putting into preparing at home and the time I'm putting into being out. I need a pen. Being out in the field at the police academy. And realistically, it's more time than I had imagined. So that's probably 2 hours here and at least 3 hours out there, because it's a half hour each way. Okay. Then looking at other police departments, because my intention of my trip to California is to see what other police departments are doing. I've done none of that. I've got names, I've got some contacts. That's went nowhere. So I need to follow through on that. And then I also need to call my teacher in San Francisco to ask her some questions regarding the time frame, how much time I have on the program that I purchased from her. And then I need to finish that 30-page outline, which I'm not done with. And lastly, set up some meetings with the trainers at the police department. And then as I left the theater and went out to my car, I ran into Rick, who is an ex-military. He was in the same class I was in some years ago. It's when we started improv, and to check with him to see if he has some interest to be involved, in this. And so he texted me, which I haven't looked at yet. See if, at the very least, I need to get input from besides yourself, several people who, everyone seems to be short on time. So it's more of, my intention is to get input for better ways of doing what I'm doing.
Well, time is fake. Because there's only now.
Yeah.
And what you were saying of these things that you have as needs. Like, I hope you don't mind me just
No,
talking of it seems like these things that in a way you feel that are going to help you progress to what the answer is, it looks like it's holding you back from seeing the obvious of what it is. Because and I'll try to, that sounds kind of, well, I'm not going to even judge myself, and I'm just going to keep trying to say something.
Okay.
Like you have this outline for this teacher, you have a time frame for the game to talk to your teacher, you have to do the outline or talk to the teacher, you're getting a runaround from these police people, and then they're just going to do a dog show, basically, from what I see of just because I remember Allison went through that whole thing of and I attended it, and I shot the graduation of of her becoming a police citizen or something. It just seems like a dog and pony show for, and
It probably is to some degree, yeah.
and these are just my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just trying to unfilter them and just like really just tell you the stuff that will hurt of like
Okay.
yeah, I don't think anyone there's no answers for this thing, and there's no right way to do it because there's no right way to live at all. But the simple thing is that we don't have to be so violent to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And just finding the simplest things of de-escalation, and I feel it's like huge of like an economic standpoint of the idea of money, the idea of value is all just based upon on thought, and in manipulating that thought of what is valuable is, and so your improv needs, and my excitement is like, how do we tie in the rainbow? Because the rainbow is universal, and it shows a whole diagram and spectrum of attitudes and emotions, and it can be understood, and it can offend people. It can offend all the right people. It can offend all those people that really need to be offended. And let them do whatever they want to do. I don't see those as needs. I think those are more of kind of like things that are holding you back, and that you're putting in place that reasons why you can't achieve what you want.
Well,
And those are just thoughts.
mhm,
Just, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, and needs is probably not the best choice words. Elements might be. And they're not holding me back, but they're elements that I need, the pieces I need to get to where I want to be.
These are pieces that you really. I don't. That's what you feel
Yeah, of
that
course.
you need. And in my perspective, I feel you don't need those things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just my perspective, though.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I? I'm just some 39-year-old whatever. But I'm your friend. I'm your friend, and I just tell you my thoughts. And
Sure, I
That's
appreciate that. Yeah. Are you still recording? Or are we?
this is really important to record, like all of these like little and I'm not putting this up on the internet. This is just for us. Because I emptied this thing out so it has all this room.
Well, there's a third person here, right here in the picture. My grandfather, who is
Yeah, sending him love.
overseeing that.
I love
this
that.
whole thing.
I love that.
He's actually standing on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm. With a military uniform too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or ethnic uniform. I don't know how
Yeah, it might not.
military it is.
I hope not. But it's all military in this complex. You can't get away from it.
Yeah. It actually, they've been, the trainers out there have been very, very good, very cooperative, except for the one time that we rescheduled a few weeks when he was busy. And I was thankful that he did, that he was busy, that we canceled that one because I was busy too, having to do some of the things. So, but